Greetings, I'm Lois.
And I am Scandal.
And let's date some demons together.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to be doing some actual task stories, the real story, because the phone calls aren't the real story, and the texting's not the real story, and everything's not the real story. Mixed story.
It's
so
true.
we're going to move forward in the story. Last time we did the story, we went off on a side episode, and
We
apparently
did.
It confused us. So we're just going to try plowing straight through and see what happens.
Yes.
That's our plan. Oh God, is it Leviathan 3 times in a row? Oh my God, we're still in flashback.
Lucifer has something that Mammon wants, something he'd kill to get. I'm referring to Mammon's credit card, which Lucifer took away from him. Hey, I see that look on your face, and I know what you're thinking. A credit card? Pfft, why would he care so much about something like that?
Because you want to be in control of your own money. Ha ha
Right.
ha.
And especially with a credit
ha.
card.
All right, here we go.
Anyway, well, you've got no idea just how much he depends on that thing. Let's see, what did he used to call it again? My one true love? Something like that. It was like he thought it was a woman. He probably named it. I bet he even slept with it because I hid it. Gross.
Ew.
You know, not like me and my Dakimuras.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count at all.
That's different than money. Those are real girls in fiction. Real fictional girls.
I really don't like the way that they have this character. Like, I'm
don't
bothered.
either.
And I also might be, so I will completely own up to the fact that I might be only adding to it. It's the fact that I literally don't know what else to do. It's kind of frustrating of being like, I don't know what to do with somebody who really is this heavy of an otaku. And in regards to a lot of ways, the way that they seem to be trying to portray him is that. And I guess the thing is we really could be trying to do something else. I just
know what else to approach it from.
I don't, because if I'm going to go anywhere else, then I feel like I'm going to infringe then on other characters that I don't understand.
Well, we'll give it a try. Let's see what we can come up
fine.
with. Maybe he'll get more complex as we move along.
Right? Baby. That idiot used it constantly, never stopped. Eventually, Lucifer had had enough of his behavior, so he confiscated it because he was spending money recklessly. Like, okay, so for me, I'm going, is this sort of like where my brother had a credit card or had several credit cards, and then my parents got tired of it, and they basically then went, we have to help you out of your debt because that's what you do and you help family, and so they paid off like $20,000 to $30,000 worth of debt.
Off, yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
I say that is not something I'm familiar with at all. I never owned a credit card until I was basically in a relationship where I was told, well, credit cards are all the thing you ever need to have all the money privilege in all the world, because if you don't have credit from using a credit card, you can never survive in any of the world ever, and you will die.
Because our system is really boned up, by the way.
So I was talked into getting a credit card, and it was not a good experience for me. At any rate.
There's nothing Mammon wouldn't do if it meant getting his credit card back. I'm sure of it. So listen up, I want you to talk to Lucifer and find out where he's hidden it. Of course, he can't suspect anything. You've got to be subtle, like, it just happened to come up naturally. Make sure you do a good job, or else.
Because you can totally
I'm tiny
boss us
and I'll
around,
fight you.
and we'll totally listen to you bossing us around, and that's just what's going to happen.
Why
would we do that? Why would we at all take his demands and direction to us in any way? Like, no matter what kind of a character you are here, why are we just going to suddenly, like, we've met you in person for the first time, we're going to have be subject to an ass-long monologue in your room, and now we're just going to do whatever you've told us to do? Why? You're not even our actual babysitter.
I'll say, would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
Okay, and if you don't know what that is, that's a reference to BioShock. So one of the conventions, I loved actually hearing about it because I never really played through BioShock myself. I played through part of it, but I never got to a lot of it because...
You didn't finish.
Yeah, I never finished it. Because shooters are really hard for me to play, actually. Okay.
Okay.
But one of the conventions, so they were like, okay, so everybody has to do quests, right? So anybody assigns you anything, you have to do it. So they decided to actually make it a part of the mechanics of the backstory. So if you have not actually played it or know anything about BioShock, this is going to be spoilers for like a 10-year-old game or something at this point. God, it's been a while.
Yep.
But basically, so the would you kindly phrase is used by pretty much most characters where they go, hey, would you kindly do this thing? And that means that your character then is set into something, but it's because in universe, your character was brainwashed into this trigger into being set off by this trigger phrase, so that you have to do whatever they tell you to do.
And so what they did was they actually took the experience of going, everyone knows everyone knows we do this in games, so we just do it. And they went, okay, but what if you didn't just know you did this, and there was actually a reason for it?
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
What is it, man? Is there something you want to ask me?
I'd like to know more about Mammon, Where do students keep their valuables here? What happened to the students' things that are confiscated? Honestly, I want to know more about Leviathan's agenda against Mammon because we don't know about anybody at all. So these choices don't make sense unless we're just like, we met Leviathan, and even though we know nothing about this place, and we haven't been to any classes at all, and we don't know what we're doing, and we don't know where our dorm is, and we don't know how we're sleeping or eating or anything like that, we're just going to go do what he told us to do.
So
Yes!
Excellent! I love being bossed around. I'm
Yes,
sorry, we
that's
have
all
all
I
the
need.
agency in the world.
All
Wait.
I need.
Okay, so if we're doing a boomer character, the closest I can come up with is going like, I'd like to know more about Mammon.
I was just saying, for me,
Maybe,
I could do it.
or
I could
they
do it with
just-
any of them. So going, since we've had almost no instruction of any kind on what to do in the school, like at all.
Oh yeah, we have
We
nothing.
could say, where do students keep their valuables here? Going, well, where would I even keep valuables? And going, if I was going to engage with this at all, that'd be a useful piece of information to know.
Right?
Or what happens when
I'm
students'
like,
things are
all these
confiscated?
things are really important. Why are we only talking about this, and why are we also only talking about some of these things now?
And why are we only asking these questions in reference to someone else rather than learning them for our own agency? All right, so what do you want to know, my friend? You are a man.
God, I don't know. I'm like, I get your point. I'd be like, I wanted to know more about Mammon just because I fucking want to know more about the characters.
Why does everyone hate him?
Yeah, I'm like, why? I just want to know more about everything.
But does man want to know more about Mammon? I think you would want to know more about his environment, but that's my opinion.
I was about to say probably more
So
about
one of those two.
Like, a person is important, don't get me wrong, but like, especially because these are supposed to be your authority figures, right? So
Right.
Boomer's going, okay, so somehow these people are in charge of me. Tell me why this person deserves to have my respect, basically. The power over me that they unjustly have because they're too young.
But also, if I need to be interacting with his environment, just like a job in orientation,
No,
I should know everything about my environment.
I think it's just like,
I think where do students keep your valuables? Because in case we showed up with any valuables or we acquire any, since we're requiring
Sure,
9
why
billion
not?
objects.
where do students keep their valuables here? Why not? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I'm like, all these things are really important, and again, the world building here is very sparse, so it's very frustrating.
all right.
Where do they keep their valuables? Considering you didn't have anything with you here, I find it hard to believe you would have valuables you need to keep safe.
I need to put away my bathrobe and my slippers, my dude.
And again, I suppose it doesn't matter. After all, you'll probably acquire things in time. Things you may think of as valuable.
It occurs to me that you
I
might
guess.
think stuff is valuable.
The desk in your dorm room has a drawer with a lock on it. You can keep items of value in there! Though personally, if I had something truly valuable, I wouldn't leave it there. It's too obvious. Any thief would look there. Anything else you want to know?
Are we going to get to ask? Oh, no, it's different ones. What?
I...
Why do we have to ask about Mammon?
Why?
We really are like compulsory. Okay, this reminds me so much of like, I will invite you to the castle. It is compulsory. You will come to the castle. Hey, you should do this thing with Mammon because of me, Levi. I will do it. Why?
Like, again,
Why do we-
agency of character
What's
here is-
my motivation? Why do I want to help Levi?
Right?
What makes him so special?
There is nothing that makes these guys inherently valuable at all, period. Even in a story sense. Like, the story itself, to me, hasn't even gone, this is what makes them valuable. And
Also,
I'm going like, why do I care?
how-
You haven't attached me to it.
How is this a natural follow-up to where would I keep my valuables?
Right?
Hey, where do students keep their valuables? By the way, what's a really valuable thing to Mammon? Like, this sounds so bad. Can you imagine someone standing in conversation and look at you and going, hey, so where would a student keep their valuables? And then going, so does Mammon think anything is valuable?
You'd be like, so, are you interested in Mammon?
Are you into Mammon?
I says,
right,
I go
most-
like, what sort of weaknesses does Mammon have? Honestly?
How can we exploit Mammon?
Right?
Or basically...
Because also, if you're trying to be more subtle, going for it, what one thing is most important to Mammon?
Yeah, it's way too direct. All right, weaknesses.
Weaknesses, because we've had some experience. What sort of weaknesses?
What sort of weaknesses does Mammon have? That also, if you're ever doing any kind of team leading or team building, you can know potentially where his strengths and weaknesses are.
Are you implying that you think I know his weaknesses and can exploit them? When I like? Because I suppose that is true, in a way.
Aha.
However, that's not the only reason he can't say no to me.
He's incapable of saying no to you. That's new.
As long as we're on the subject, it just so happens that I've taken one particular weakness of his and frozen it.
It's the credit card.
Is it gonna be literally frozen? Please tell me it's gonna be literally.
It's actually a block
That
of
would be
ice.
so goddamn funny.
In carbonite. It's in carbonite.
It's in carbonite.
It's a Han Solo credit card.
Yes!
So good.
That's the first bell.
That's the bell sound? We're right. They barely understand human culture. They're like,
God.
this is a bell sound. Sounds like a buzzsaw grinding through metal, but that is a bell sound.
Great, that'd be terrible.
So good.
It's about to start. Time to get going.
It slowly peters off.
Oh, it comes back.
It goes again. Oh, God.
You'd better hurry, too. You don't want to be late on your first day here.
So we showed up in the morning, and then are we still wearing our bathrobe, or did they give
Why?
us clothes?
Da-da-da.
Like, I want to know. Are we
Why
still
do I
wearing
care?
our bathrobe, slippers, and our boxer briefs?
Right? Do we have any clothing?
Did they give
what
us
are we
a
wearing?
uniform? Like, what are we wearing? I need to know.
Please, it's important.
The pact.
The pact.
The pact. The cold pact for your headache.
My titties, my human titties, my flesh titties.
Wow, that is a bedroom. Like,
That is
damn.
wild.
I love the natural
Hello?
stuff and all the lanterns. Like,
Looks
dude.
great.
Oh,
We
no.
went to bed?
I
I
guess we went to bed and we're remembering
7
this?
of us brothers, you know. And I'm the oldest.
All right, and then we're gonna remember this. Anyway, the long and short of
Just
it
in
is
case
that
you forgot
us
what
7
happened
brothers
2 minutes ago.
all live here together. Are they just expecting it will take you a really long time to get through each of the levels so that your story will be really far apart? So they're doing recaps all the time?
I'm like, the flashbacking is a little weird. We just started. Time to flashback. Have you heard that joke before where they're like, we just started this series? They
Yes.
do it sometimes in anime, and I gotta
And
tell
they'll
you,
point it out.
it's really bad. You're like, why are we already flashing back? Please, dear
I love
God.
it. I love it. Even when it's a good directorial convention because of what's just happened, when it really is like in a 20-minute episode or 22-minute episode, 3 minutes before something important happened, and you have to flash back to it to make the connection that the character is remembering it,
Right.
and then they're growing from it. But you as a viewer are just like, why are we seeing that again 3 minutes
You're
later?
right.
Uh-huh. I'm just like, the only thing I can think of is they expect you to get through the levels really, really slowly, so you're unlocking the story really, really slowly, so you're not remembering what happened in the last book very well.
Right? Oh, they're not expecting us to be
Like
Let's Players and going through and analyzing everything. Not that we remember everything at all, guys.
Oh,
if
I
you're watching
remember
it for the
it. Oh,
rest of our
God.
crap, sometimes we're really like, I literally do not remember this
I
because
am
it's so complicated.
36 episodes in, and whatever happened back then, good riddance to it. Bye!
And some of those Julian episodes, we've completely lost our minds.
Oh,
It's true.
God.
The oldest brother.
The oldest.
The second oldest. The third oldest.
Here we go. You're just gonna get so fed up.
The
each one.
fourth oldest. Why am I remembering them in sequence? God, it's so slow. The fifth oldest. The sixth oldest. The seventh and youngest.
We've never met.
Never met him. I think I saw
All right.
some weird dude in a harem outfit at one point.
This is you and your voicing.
I'm lying in bed, but I can't get to sleep.
There we go. All right,
Ugh.
then what?
Then
Is that our bed? Did we make a mess with pillows
What are we
everywhere?
doing?
Like, whoa.
we got
Wait,
ding ding.
what?
You say Lucifer mentioned having frozen something. Are you absolutely sure that's what he said? Why are we helping you?
Why did it jump over into text? Was that
Because
obligatory?
Yes.
It didn't have like a button or
No,
anything?
there's nothing. It just went in there when I papped the bed again.
Lovely.
Yep, I'm absolutely sure.
Why are we helping you?
Come to the kitchen right now.
Because you can't choose.
Apparently.
I don't want to go to the kitchen.
Don't tell
I
anyone
can't
what you're
sleep.
doing. I don't want anyone mistakenly thinking that I hang out with some human normie.
I mean, we are definitely a human normie. We are
Right?
about as normie as they
Whatever.
come.
My bro, what?
Oh, look at this kitchen. Oh, look at the hand holding the light.
My God, this
That's
is a great
amazing.
kitchen.
1, great kitchen. 2, just a little bit wrong with it as far as like how high the fire is, how many different, like how you've got your different things set
I
up. Like
love
this is
that.
a knockoff of I barely understand how humans do this kitchen.
That would be brilliant.
Look at this chair back
Can
there.
you
Like,
imagine
the
they're like
proportions
also
are all
going like,
wrong.
I'm gonna walk into a room and my perspective is out the window. You're like, what
It's
is
so
wrong?
bad. This is barely a room at all. It's so great.
I love it.
I love it. All right.
It's awful.
What, doing as Leviathan says. Something.
Doing as Leviathan says, I make my way to the kitchen.
There we go. I bet.
Wait, there's someone else in here?
A burglar, a ghost. Walk away, pray not to notice. What? It's none of those. We can stay without freaking out, my dude.
We really can. You can just literally go, huh, okay.
It's fine. Someone stealing food outside of ours would be a burglar, I guess.
I don't like any of these.
Do you want to just walk away? He could just be like, you know what?
Yep.
I don't freaking care. Goodbye.
Whatever, goodbye.
He told me to go to the kitchen. I went, what? Not so fast. There we go.
Hey!
Are you going to pretend like you didn't see me here? Or is it that you're planning to tell on me? It's a fridge mission in real life.
It really is.
Yes. Nah, I guess it doesn't matter either way. Just hungry. Anyway, what are you doing in the kitchen so late? I felt like coming here, that's all. I was hungry. I'm meeting Leviathan. Honestly, if we're not invested in it, we're just gonna say we're meeting Leviathan, because that's literally what we're doing.
Yeah, so literally, let's do it.
What we're literally doing. What are you doing? We're meeting Leviathan. You? Meeting Levi. Really? He's just like, Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Nani the fuck? Huh? That's surprising. What? Is there something you wanted to talk to me about?
What? Why?
How does that lead to that? Walks in. He's going, oh, we'll just turn around and leave. Excuse me, what are you doing? Looks back. Oh, I was meeting Levi here, but you were here instead. Are you going to tell on me? Actually, who's the seventh brother? What?
What
like,
the hell?
The segue
Jane?
is so hard. Can you imagine trying to actually animate this conversation in this way and just going?
I'm like,
is that
it
really your
supposed?
follow-up?
But I'm also like, is that really the implication supposed to be that it's desperately on our mind that for some damn reason we care about who the seventh brother is?
That's what's keeping us up and why we can't sleep, because we were sitting there remembering what all the brothers are, and that's the storytelling convention that we just missed it completely, going, I can't sleep because I don't know who the youngest is. No!
That's
so
dumb.
good.
I'm sorry, that's dumb.
All right.
Also, click an answer that you really, literally, I don't care.
That's not a choice.
That's
Why
not a
say
choice.
anything? Now, listen, don't you ever mention him in front of Lucifer, ever. Just don't.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, I'm not going to tell you anything either. Lucifer would yell at me if I did. All right?
Okay.
Thanks. But don't bother asking any of my brothers either. No one talks about him. He looks sad,
You mean
too.
the cowboy?
Like, no one talks about him.
Okay, so...
No one.
I miss my brother.
We never talk about him.
Where's my
Ah!
So the reason why I'm saying cowboy is thanks again, game, for, by the way, so through its gacha system, we know what he looks like, and obviously we've seen him in other parts where I think they had some weird special event. That's why they all showed up in harem outfits.
Well, no, that was just in the introduction in the beginning.
Yeah, I know,
And
but...
then we've seen him also in not only the gacha, but the Devilgram. He's in there.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, again, so it's one thing that I really don't like in regards to some of these games where they're like, yeah, you know, we're just going to show you all the characters. You're like, this totally ruins any of your, like, suspense of going, ooh, who's going to be the new character? Now, granted, that doesn't tell you personality necessarily, but it's like your design is missed out on.
Okay, so a lot of these they're visual novel style games. So a lot of it is incredibly visual. So when you take those visuals and you share them, like through the specialty cards or through showing everyone what all the chibi outfits are they're going to be able to buy are, before they get to that part of the story, you go, I've already seen all the content you're going to show me, albeit not necessarily in the form you're going to show me it in.
Right.
But like with the cards, they show off a ton of what they look like, and when you fight with them, it shows that illustration anyways when they do their special attacks and stuff.
Right.
So you can see them in all their glory and all their different outfits, which then ruins any kind of reveals that you might get here in the game. And for me, that's disappointing.
It's true.
Still love that kitchen. Even though he's our brother, he is grumpy about it. We have to treat him like he doesn't exist. It's not right. I don't like it. I'm gonna be bitchy. I am comfort eating and you're interrupting me.
Maybe that's what he constantly does. He's just constantly comfort eating because he's very sad.
He is. He's trying to fill a different hole.
I tried to fill a different hole. Shoves things into his side.
Quietly, I feel empty. Oh, just pack my flesh suit with food.
That's
So
where his
much of
abs
it.
come from.
Yep,
They're
all
all
of
little
it.
cute meat pockets, quite literally.
But since no one can defy Lucifer, you mean Diavolo because he says he leads everything?
What?
I don't know.
Why the hell? Okay, I'm fine.
It's all right.
Well, he's the older brother. He says so. You can
I don't
also
know
not,
the power dynamic at all in here, but I love the fact that they're dedicated to have frying pans double of like every single size there is.
Yep.
And like,
I mean, if it is for a school, it makes sense.
but almost nothing else.
Yep.
They're like one giant cauldron, a few things under the table, and dedicated to frying pans. We fry a lot of things here. Cast iron is the way. If you ever need weapons, you go to the kitchen, you all equip yourself with a cast iron, and we got this.
Right?
Because see, like, there's not
Oh
a
God, there's
billion
so
other
many
science.
pots. Holy crow!
And
Yeah,
they're
you're
down
right.
on the floor where they wouldn't be clean.
Ah!
You're like, we barely understand the concept of a kitchen. It's
Oh no,
great.
we have a job finish.
That's fine. We'll ignore that.
No, we need to go do jobs.
I know.
Jobs.
Jobs. My
Damn
friend
it.
is obsessed with jobs.
I mean,
All right. You know what? This isn't any of your business, human. I'm hurting and I'm trying not to be vulnerable with you. I'm leaving. I've already eaten everything there is in the refrigerator now anyway. There's nothing left for you. So don't even try. I'm pretty sure Lucifer is hiding a poisoned apple in the desk in the study, and I'm gonna go eat it.
he can eat everything.
Everything.
That's amazing. He has, what is it, the D&D skill of Iron Stomach or whatever the crap
Yeah,
it
I think it is Iron Stomach.
Yeah,
and he can just like, I eat stuff and I handle it.
He
It's fine.
constantly,
All right, here we go. That's you.
hey!
Huh. Is that you, God? Oh my God. Why do we have to say this? Also going...
Yes, it's funny. Two, it's not.
Okay, this feels like one of those things where it draws you out of the game of going, oh, look, we said a funny. But it's like one of those things where in like a lot of like anime, or animation, not anime, like animated movies, especially directed towards kids, where they hire comedians to work in them. Some of them are extremely clever comedians, but they'll make things that pull you completely out of any connection to the movie itself.
They'll make some sort of weird, lazily
Off-in
non sequitur,
joke.
reference or character moment that isn't the character.
That one isn't the character, and two doesn't have anything to do with the story you're in. It pulls you out of the world really hard.
Right. And
Is that you, God? This one sounds like I'm a writer. This sounds like fun. Not this is actually the character.
right.
All right.
Fine. I have literally no choice, so why do you give me
We
a
have
choice?
said the capital name of God.
Seriously? No. Over here. Look. Yeah, I know. I was looking.
What are you doing hiding there?
What are you doing hiding
He's in one of the
there?
ovens, climbs out of the oven,
What do you think?
dusts the fire off himself.
Right? Beale was just in here. I can't have him finding me with you. Now, can I?
And it almost melted my headphones. These are normie headphones. Ah,
Wait, don't tell me you mentioned that you were meeting me here.
of course I told him. Why
Yep.
wouldn't I tell him?
He doesn't care.
I
Yep.
don't care. I'm not
I
connected
told
to your
him.
mission.
No, it's awful. Why did you have to tell him why, you idiot? You dunce. You normie, you dunderheaded normie. I have literally no insults because I'm a 12-year-old in chat. Sorry, I get
I
annoyed.
can't say you fool, you jerk, you idiot. I can't say why. Just normie is the only word.
Just what
Civilian?
if people start talking, huh? What if they start spreading rumors I'm secretly meet up with some human normie in the kitchen at night? Because Ruri-chan may be animated, but she's the only girl in my life. The only one. You really think we're a girl?
You do seem to think we're a girl. I don't know why.
Man. I hate kids.
I hate you kids are so
At
annoying.
least it was only Beale. He doesn't really care what other people do, so he probably won't go blabbing about it, everyone. It's the one saving grace here. It could be worse, though. What if it had been Mammon or Asmodeus? But tomorrow morning would just have been my brother's gospel. It'd be all of Rad, because there's literally
So
nobody
many
else on Rad.
People here. I mean, in Rad, the whole school, there are theoretically a lot of other people. The cards have shown us that there are a lot of other people, but there's nobody else on like Devilgram. It's only the brothers.
Yeah, I know. So,
Their private Devilgram that nonetheless they somehow by clicking again and again get 10,000 views on things that is just between the 7 of them.
that makes that sort of incest trope subtext really strong, by the way.
Oh God, yeah. Well, you know.
It's fine.
All right.
Everyone would be like, have you heard? Leviathan pretends to be a reclusive otaku, but he's actually hanging out with some human. Is it just me, or does he seem more like something a normie would do? Hey, what if he's not really an otaku? What if it's all in a facade? I bet it is. You know, I won this incredible Ruri-chan figurine from a capsule vending machine the other day. It's a special alternate.
Here we go. You can do this, my friend. Be professional. You can do it.
I'm professional.
I know,
I'm
you're
dying
amazing.
inside. It's an alternate version of her. Super rare, and I was planning on letting Levi have it, but not anymore. No way. Screw that fake otaku normie. Am I right? He could go to hell. I'm like, you really just said that freaking out loud.
Something.
Water. I need a drink of water.
Dunks his head quietly in the sink. It's
Into
fine.
fire. Why are humans so stupid?
I got
That's
it.
exactly why you end up as food for us demons. You're all idiots. Every last one of you.
So he's like, I need a drink of water. So he walks over to the flaming cauldron, climbs up on the edge of the stone, and just dunks his head straight into it. Boosh! Until he absorbs the boiling water.
What if he just sort of like gets up on top of it and then just like sticks his butt into it?
Steps into it with his
feet
feet.
backwards, and he like slide. You know, there's this. I am the person. I just tell you more about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. The guy climbing into
into the dryer.
and
Yeah,
God, it's just him climbing into
the cooking pot until he
the
disappears.
cauldron until he's gone, and his little feet
Sticking out.
Every last one of you.
Yes.
All right, no more dwelling on that. We need to focus on the credit card. So it's really true, right? Lucifer definitely used the word frozen.
In carbonite, my dude.
In that case, it could only be hidden in here.
Because it's in the freezer. Because we're
really on
about puns.
in the freezer.
In the freezer, my dude. But yeah, the pans on the floor, I'm like, those would be so dirty.
Huh? All I see is a bunch of ice inside. Oh, wait, look! It's all that ice cream Satan hid from Beale about a century ago. I totally forgot about that. Huh? I'm not about to tell him.
I'm just looking at
it
his kitchen.
spoiled the joke. He'll probably figure it out in another 2,000 years or so, I'd say.
I'm just looking at this and going, there is no freezer. So given the kitchen and what he thinks ice cream or freezer is, I'm trying to extrapolate what those might be.
Oh, God.
And kind of giggling at it. He just goes over to the pile of wood.
I was actually Oh, my God! That would be great!
Like, climbs under the table, starts moving pots and pans around, finds something squishy or, whatever, and he's like, the ice cream.
And you're like, that's not ice cream. That's like...
Moving.
Moving?
It's scooting. That is not ice cream. Quietly
That's
puts the
fungus.
pots back around it, going,
You're like, this is a Cowboy Bebop episode I watched once.
It's fine.
Wait a second. There's something else there. Behind the ice.
And the ice cream.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, look.
Reaching into the freezer, Leviathan pulls out Mammon's credit card.
And the giant chunk of ice.
Found it! Lucifer wasn't lying. It really is frozen!
Why do you need it, dude?
Oh, it's super heavy and big, too.
They all say that.
As they, pull out bits of leg.
Right, it's fine.
I'm gonna put it in the microwave and thaw it. Let's see, I guess 2 minutes on auto should do the trick?
You're gonna melt the hell out of that. The credit card is gonna be a puddle.
Now I'll hit the start button and let the defrosting begin.
Us quietly reaches over, picks up the block of ice, drops it onto the cobblestone floor. It shatters everywhere. We pick the card up out of it, look at him, blank stare, office style. All right. What's with all the racket, you two? Hey, wait a minute. They're in the microwave. That looks like Goldie! My credit card, my baby. The one thing more important to me than life itself. Get it out of there before the microwave demagnetizes it and makes it useless.
As I'm like, he would know that. Leviathan would totally know that as somebody who deals with electronics all the time.
I would think
I
so.
would imagine.
I would
mean,
hope
maybe
so.
I'm wrong. So just in case you guys don't know, yes, microwaves will completely demagnetize because they have their own waves that will screw up your credit card.
It will also destroy your chips if you have one.
God, the thing will catch on fire.
It will explode, it will catch on fire, it will be a bad time. You are about to have a bad time.
Oh,
right.
I didn't think of that. Better stop the defrost cycle, I guess. And I'm like, damn it, you keep making him a moron.
Also going, why we, who are from the human world, do we not interact? We're just sitting here going, ha, ghost quietly coming out of our mouth, ha. I just wanted to go to sleep and know who the seventh brother was. That's all I wanted.
That is the only motivations I have in life. Seventh brother, sleep.
The only reason I can't sleep is the seventh brother.
He's so
it's
important.
The seventh son of a seventh son of a seventh son of a seventh son. Oh, Levi, you idiot. How could you do something so stupid? You're dumb as a stump, you know that?
Huh? Are you sure you should be talking to me like that, Mammon? After all, I'm the one who found the credit card Lucifer took from you.
The clothes are so random here. This is amazing.
I-
Also, is this like a really long, trench coat hoodie?
I don't...
Like, it really looks like trench coat pajama hoodie kind of thing. Like, what are you even wearing? That's
He's
a bear.
just got feathers coming off of his freaking belt.
Keychain belts.
Yeah, for reasons.
Yeah, like...
So, do you want me to give you your credit card back?
I'm holding it hostage in this microwave. You better. Yes, please. Give it back, Leviathan, sir. What?
Oh, wow. This is embarrassing. I can't believe that's all it took for you to abandon your pride. You're even down on your knees. You're one of the 7 rulers of the devil. I'm fine. You're one of the 7 rulers of the devildom. Mammon, shouldn't you be ashamed of yourself?
I'm again still going with this idea that they barely understand how things work because these feathers are clearly lit from the inside with the bright yellow on the backs of them.
Right.
Going, this is totally what people wear, and these are people clothes. It's fine. I'm passing for people. All right.
I'm also like, my brain's like, and then what happens to have knees on the floor is the fleshy bit that they like to call a shirt slowly morphs out into weird little limbs that sort of squish onto the floor, kneeling in that way, if you will, where you're like, is that kneeling? What is that?
Something. Or
Something,
he just
right.
quietly folds down to become a bit shorter.
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
It's fine. Legs slowly crumpling, cracking back up into their body structure.
Right.
Well, whatever. Okay then, if you want your credit card back, you've got to give me the Serafina figure you won back at the convenience store.
The Sarah... What? No? What are you talking about? I don't remember winning anything. You don't even remember her. He's so
I
pissed.
don't believe this! You forgot you even have her! How could you?
Come on, enough. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Just give me back my credit card.
I'm also like, he literally froze the card, which you would imagine. So if we were really actually saying that we're going to freeze your account, somehow then Lucifer would basically have access to his account in the real world of being able to stop the account somehow or cut up the card.
Okay, so part of me is super entertained because again, this fits with the sort
The
of
narrative,
the
that
narrative,
they're wildly
the narrative, yeah,
not
that we're
people.
building that they don't understand it. So they're going, the way credit cards work is you hold this piece of like plastic that is this magnetized thing, and then you just, use it you just show it to basically exchange it for things. I have this, so you have to give me that. I have this, so you have to give me that.
That would be
and then the way
so
you
funny.
freeze the credit card, because they've heard of that term, is you freeze it, and then they can't show it to people to give you stuff.
Right, that would be so fun. And they're all like, oh, you have a credit card. Yes, I will give you this thing.
What
and
is
it's not
that
actually
you ask for that is
doing-
for sale? You're like, I've shown the credit card, so I've done the human thing of, oh, you have a credit card, you can have whatever you want.
Oh my god, that would be so
That is so funny. I love it. Yes.
Ah!
All right.
All right, but there's one more condition. I want you to make a pact with this human.
An ice pack. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Right. A pact. Fine. I'm more than happy to do whatever you. Hang on. Wait. What? Why do you want me to make a pact? You could just make a pact.
Think about it. If you make a pact with man, you'll have to do whatever you're told, right?
Including use your credit card properly. Oh.
Then man will order you to give me my money back immediately. And since you can't refuse a direct order from your master, you'll do exactly that. Game over, I win.
Okay, right here in this second, I'm like, he just sounds like neuroatypical, really hard of going, I will tell you exactly what will happen, and then it will happen because that is the social rules, and they must be social rules correctly.
Well,
and people are going, but if you're going to tell me what will happen, and it's something I don't like, why would I ever do that? Well, but that's how it works, so do it. I don't believe this. It's just money. Levi, I can't believe you go through all this trouble.
Excuse me? Remind me again which one of us tossed aside what little pride he had left, all to get his hands on a credit card?
Hey, you shut up. And you, human, what are you thinking, letting Levi use you like this? Thank you. He's like, you don't have any agency written into your character, but I'm gonna shit on you for it. You should be more independent. Man, I'm just tired. Tired.
Tired.
The reason I want to know who the seventh brother is so that I know what I'm dealing with, honestly.
That's it.
That's really it.
I just want some information because, my God, I don't get anything out of you guys. Nobody's talking about anything. I haven't been to an introductory class. There's no information. I can't go home.
As all of this is really unnerving, uncanny valley slash body horror, I just like to know the full breadth of what I'm dealing with, okay?
Please.
My dude, that would be great.
My homies.
All right, so, are you stupid? Go on, say something.
What?
That is not a choice, my dudes. Just say, make a pact with me, Mammon. Don't make it a choice, because we can't choose. The only other option is to quit the game. Here we go!
Oh, my God. Sorry,
Why would we do this?
Why?
Who are we supposed to be? No, we love it when Levi bosses us around. We don't care for your suggestion of agency. Just do it. No way. Not interested. I am the great Mammon, avatar of greed, one of the 7 rulers of the devildom. Fool, he said, fool.
Foolish
Do you
fool.
actually think I'd let some human be the boss of me? How about you make a pact with me and I'll boss you around?
Why would we do this?
I don't know.
Why are we letting Levi...
Also,
fine.
You shouldn't be holding his credit card over him. You already made a deal with him about how to handle the credit card. So calling Lucifer is a low blow, going, we've already made an agreement about this credit card and this exchange. Because you agreed to exchange a figure for it. This is dumb.
Oh, Lucifer! Mammon's here unfreezing his credit card!
Matt, you mean you're here unfreezing his credit card and also melting it and possibly demagnetizing it and blackmailing him. Just saying.
Hey.
I mean, of course, I'll make a pact with you, human. I'd be thrilled to.
Why are we doing this? This doesn't make any
Cap! I don't know.
damn sense.
Are we eventually going to make a pact with every single one of them? Is that what it's trying to do?
So your intimacy level is going to be high. You're going to have your harem. Because this is your reverse harem. And
so we'll get our whole
visual
harem of
novel.
7 brothers, and then we'll go marry Diavolo, and then the prophecy will be fulfilled.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, so that was fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us in the great indoors while we are all stuck together, and we love having you along. If you like what we do, and or you have some feedback or commentary, or you think your friends might like what we do, we would love to have some interaction or you to help share our series. In the meantime, if you
Please
want to
feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We've also got links to our Ko-Fi down below and also our Patreon. If you feel like supporting us, it would be fabulous if you did. Because we do definitely want to continue doing this. However, though, I have been Scandal.
And do stay safe in there or out there, whichever you have to be.
And I'm going to kill
And
things.
I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!